How it do, how it be, how it is, everybody. Welcome in and welcome back. As I quick shuffle everybody around, it is so good to see everybody. I hope everybody had a good weekend. And a couple of announcements to get right out of the way. But first, we're going to go to the party real quick. Ben, would you like to start us off with a bit about
my name is Ben Brainard, and I am going to be playing Zito Barbera, the Path of the Knuckle Sandwich Barbarian. Last we left off, things were moving. We made it inside of a place, and now the place that we're inside of is like, hey, we should eat people. What? Other than that, whatever I have going on in real life, I have some stand-up comedy shows, so you should check those out. I think Austin, Texas, I got 2 shows, February 13th. So Valentine's date, come see me make you laugh. Taylor.
Hi everyone, I'm Taylor and Tracy. You can find me everywhere as Taylor and Tracy. I'm the game master of the LARP Heinefall. You can check us out at heinefall.com. We have lots of fun things going on. We have 9 events this year, so lots of stuff to come out and do. Next one coming up is this month is Festival of Champions. Month after that will be an expedition with lots of battles and adventure. I play Robin. She is going to go get the people for these people to eat, and she is not going to bring them to them. That is 100% not going to happen. But yeah, she's sneaking around. She's still, she hasn't discovered the corpse of the dragon in there yet, but I've seen it because of the map, so I do eventually want to head over in that direction. But she's dealing with the room that she's in, so pass it off to Shane.
Hi, I'm Shane Whalley. You can find me everywhere as Shane Whalley, playing Sika, the College of the Road Bard, who is a Luminen. Currently very curious about this area, the Wild Hunt, trying to figure out more about what all their everything is. They seem to be a powerful group, which is really enticing for him to learn about them. But other than that, he's trying to make sure he's staying safe and not cause any reactions from them to attack them or do anything silly and stupid. just trying to be a small boy who's 6 bits. It doesn't work. And so after over to Cosrick.
Hello, everybody. My name is Omega Jones. Should have went first because it's the first game of Black History Month, but we're not going to talk about that. Oh, no. I play Kazric, who is a Gabo Alchemy. Whoa, nope. I always say it wrong. I am a... Wow, what are words right now?
I am Alchemu. I love that.
Alchemu, yes. I am an apothecary alchemist, which is a class from Maytan Press, aka make salves, potions, and bombs. Yeah. Yes, that's me.
Excellent.
Bye.
I don't think legally we're allowed to acknowledge Black History Month
Jesus
right now
Christ.
because,
Says
the White
who?
House. Oh, the White House.
Fuck them.
Yes.
No, you're correct. I keep posting about it anyway.
Real
quick shout out to Beyonce.
The...
Beyonce just won the Album of the Year for the first time in her career. 12th Black artist in the history of the Grammys to win Album of the Year, and first Black woman to ever win Country Music Album of the Year.
Really?
Yeah, ever.
Wow.
Cool.
Grammy's been around for 67 years, by the way. Just wanted to put that one out there.
Yeah, I was really confused. I was like, why are we shouting out Beyonce? What's up?
Oh, because she is
Well, now I know.
most
That's
decorated
awesome.
Grammys award winner ever.
Yeah.
And also Dochi's from Florida, so I'm counting that as a win for me too. Go Dochi.
All right, let's get into it.
And now to the fantasy world.
Well, now to the announcements. Gang, if you enjoy the content that we have here, you can get caught up on the YouTube Longshot, where we've got 3 weekly streamed campaigns here. Get logged over there. And there's like 6 years worth of content over there if you feel like scratching that itch. If you would like to join our community, we have Bingo, which
Bingo!
half the party is very invested in. Bingo came to be in a strange way. It just kind of became organic. And actually, I've been watching other D&D streams adopt Bingo. I've been encouraging them to try it out because I love it. I love what it does for the viewer. So that's on the Discord. We also use it for our visual aids and the like. If you are interested in getting dice, then this sponsor was for you. Modern Artifice is a phenomenal dice artisan who makes incredible stuff. And if you use the code Longshot, you get 10% off. And a little bit goes in my pocket, which is woo! And if you want to continue supporting me in any other way, you can head over to my Patreon and check out the Longshot Instagram. Let's see. I think that just about does it. Let's dive into this castle. The party has caught up to the wild hunt. There are a couple of prisoners to be found, 2 of which are nobility that used to reside here and oversaw draconic rider rituals. And Soren supposedly is out here somewhere, Robin's brother, of which Zito is also trying to get a hold of for some paperwork reasons. Hellevathea,
I just need to read my contract.
Yeah. Hellevathea, as the wind is kind of picking up off the coast, kind of makes a point of leaning under Sika as a windbreaker. Because Sika's like 6'7", and is just kind of watching the strange awakened tree off to one side. Locke looks like he's about to start running and hiding, but no one else is doing anything, so he's trying to hold tight. Let's go to the group outside first, Robin, and see how they kind of move about. You can hear that shadow that you guys interacted with, who kind of just got you guys to leave the room last time, as he grunts in pain. And Zito, you would see through the door that he's got his hand way to the back, and you watch as he pulls out a tooth, and he pulls something out of the tooth, and then spends the rest of that time trying to wedge that tooth back into place.
The incorporeal shadow pulled a tooth out?
Yeah.
Called a shavity.
Is there anything that you guys want to immediately affect before we go to Robin?
The people outside?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know I was going to try and walk over to the stables. So I was told there was food there.
Okay. You wander over to the stables. That's this, let me know if the pinging is working.
It's not, is it this?
Yeah, it's that whole building,
Okay.
and then on the right you can see into where that spore servant is.
Yep.
You can see a large furnace. And you can see the various stalls. They're all empty.
Yep.
You can see one shadow that's kind of Grinch style up in the corner. It's the darkest part of the room. You know what I mean? And he's like on the roof in the corner, you know, looking down at you. He's just kind of watching you. And the single
catching that signal, like, wow, this place is totally empty. I don't see a single thing. This is so cool. Wow. I could just hang out here forever, knowing that no one is trying to hide or get to me at all. It's so safe.
just
So
just very creepily watching you in glee, thinking he's in.
wow. Congratulations to me for being totally alone. And then I just go left to where the the potential cook is?
Uh-huh. he's gonna kind of move along the side. Make a perception
Totally
check as
alone.
you're moving.
Oh shit, where's my fucking dice?
Does anybody want to go with him?
I don't think there's a reason to.
Cheers.
Seems like Sick is just doing some reconnaissance or hanging out. So, not no, not really.
What'd you get?
Unless it looked like, did it look like Sika was trying to like, I'm going to go scope this thing out, or was it just like suddenly bolt and go
He
away?
lied about food and was directed toward an area, so he's using it as an excuse to scope something out.
Gotcha. I mean, I will watch. I will just like
Okay.
be in the area
Soldier.
because I'm not really with the group. But
The soldier in heavy plate is gently floating off of the floor with toes down. Sika.
okay.
Yeah.
This spore servant is shoveling what seems to be shattered mirror shards, like a pile of them, into a furnace. He does have a small cup of coffee next to the furnace that he's keeping hot. And he doesn't look at you. It's just this pile of shattered mirror that he's...
Can I try and identify this like mirror to see what it is?
You can make a investigation check. You can make an arcana check.
Okay. Cool. I have an 18 Arcana.
Okay. Looking a bit closer, you can see corpses in the reflection. That's not there. In fact, it doesn't even seem to be reflecting this room. It seems to be reflecting somewhere indoors, and this furnace is an open sky situation. Mutilated corpses,
Oh.
like eviscerated.
Well, I know I don't want to talk to the person because of how angry the person got last time about this. Is there, if I do a perception check, I'll be looking for perhaps there's a shard that got close by that I can pick up and check?
Sure, you know that the shadow is watching you, but if you would like to roll a sleight of hand, you may try to palm a shard of mirror.
Oh, he is watching me, true. And if I walk more, I'm gonna try, so I'm assuming this is a door right in front of my character.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to try and walk in,
Okay.
just to see if maybe the shadow won't be able to see me at that point.
You close the door behind you,
Okay.
and you don't know what he does. Because you can't see him anymore.
Well, fine then.
The
Okay.
Quogoth spore servant continues just shoveling the molten mirror glass, moving it around inside the furnace with the shovel as well. Just making this big slag pile.
Okay, so what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to look for an empty cup, and I want to place it beside the coffee, and I want to pour some of my beer into it from the everlasting mug.
Okay.
And give the spore some beer.
Okay. For now, it's just gonna keep on shoveling. It doesn't even really seem to acknowledge you.
Okay, cool. So when I shut the door, I guess it's just because I guess from seeing the shadow, and would it be similar to the shadow that was outside?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like it could just like go under the door and like go or something.
It's incorporeal in some weird ways. You watched it pull its tooth out, but it did stick its hand through its head.
For real. Okay, I'm gonna remember that those are there, and I'm just gonna like tap one of the close shards with my foot, just out of curiosity, nonchalantly, like not trying to do anything silly with it, just like, oh, well, cool, and then just in a way have it like slide out. Is there a way that I can see what is in the furnace from where I am? Is it like...
Yeah, you can see the melting slag pile that's kind of molten. It's mirror glass melted down and just spreading onto this large pile. It does seem like there might be something in the slag pile.
Okay, can I see what's powering the furnace?
We're gonna call this a mundane furnace because
Got it. Cool.
I'm pretty sure it just you can see some billows off to the side for additional heat if needed.
For sure.
I guess it would be a bunch of coals and then a metal plating, and on top of that is where the slag pile is.
I would like to take just a closer look to see inside, being just a regular curious person,
Sure.
and trying not to raise.
Make a perception check, and we'll head over to Robin.
For sure.
As you kind of show on how you want to approach that. Robin. The Archdruid Eviosa kind of tosses her head and goes... and looks over at you. Human will be fine. To which Lord Tawnyday goes, all right, well... looks at you, Robin, and you get a mental pulse. Make a you hear the command of summon the cultist is the word that's given to you.
Okay.
Go ahead and make a wisdom save.
Did they see Robin?
She's pretending to be a. Oh yes.
Does the Fae drink help me at all with wisdom stuff, Sika?
No, does not.
No, dang it. Okay. That's gonna be a 10.
But you do still have the heroic inspiration.
Oh, that's right. I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
13.
13 just succeeds. And you feel that order pass over you, and you allow it to not take any hold of you. And it just kind of sends back through the room. What do you do?
Should I to go get the cultist?
Let them know to bring the cultist.
Let them know to bring the cultist. Oh,
Yeah.
like the cultist is the human.
Yeah.
Ah, gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Great. I'm gonna be like, yes, of course. Absolutely. Are there any plates that you guys want me to get out of your way while I'm on my way out?
Lord Tawnyday kind of cocks his head but Eviosa does hand you her plate, and it is smeared and stained red.
I throw up in my mouth a little bit, but I keep it.
Gross.
Okay.
Clean it up.
Yeah, and I turn around and take the plate out.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave the room. I'm gonna go towards the shadow that is here.
Okay. He's got like a grip on his tooth, and he's punching his elbow to try to wedge it into his gums.
Do you need assistance? Okay.
He then starts looking back towards where you came from. Looks at you. He's gonna make an insight check. What were you saying?
I'm holding a plate. I look like I belong.
5.
You belong.
He kind of goes.
Okay. They're down with some scraps and wish me to go take it to the prisoners to prepare them for eating. Has the cultist been moved anytime soon, or?
They're almost ready, from what I heard. The Myconids were done with them. So you'll find them south of their rooms. You know where that is, don't you?
Yeah, of course.
Good.
All right, thank you.
You open the door, Zito. It's just...
Hello, sir, in my disguise, and walk by him with a bloody place.
I don't like this place.
Zito, what are you up to? You've been kind of stoically taking in the scene.
Across the courtyard there, is that like a little campfire area, like over here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'd like to pop a squat.
Okay.
On one of them chairs. And I want to, without taking it out of the bag, I want to reach in and just like grab the Dragon Rider cloak.
Okay. You grab it, and immediately the screaming picks up of the many, many, many dragon souls within.
Okay. Outside this castle, they were doing their ritual.
Mm-hmm. And you can. They were doing things of the ritual, and as the screaming is there, you can hear other voices under it doing the ritual, doing that resonant singing.
Okay.
But the screaming is kind of certainly the overtone, if you will.
Gotcha. Okay. Sort of under my breath. I'm inside the castle now. Do you see anything or hear anything? Do you know if your men are here?
Make a persuasion check.
Huh? Can I have advantage on that? I have no reasoning. I'm just asking.
No.
Okay.
You do have heroic inspiration, though.
I used that last time because I rolled a 1 on stealth. Okay. Well, with a 2 on the die, my persuasion is a 1.
Oh. It's more discordant than usual, and it's just throwing you off entirely. You're trying to zone in on anything that might be useful, and it's just drowned out in incessant screaming of voices that aren't human.
Okay. Good talk. And
as you're standing there, the soldier trods over and kind of stands by and goes, "Where do you herald from?" Almost with a more curious note than anything else, and he does float over. You can't see anything through the kind of heavy plate armor that he's wearing. But it seems friendly enough.
Okay, I will regard it with a bit of, taken aback almost in a way.
Okay.
Usually when people ask me where I'm from out here, they say it with more of an edge of, go back to where you're from. But since you've asked curiously...
He looks about. You're from here. being from a different plane of dimension, a different plane entirely. He's like, what do you mean?
Oh, you misunderstand my situation. I'm not from this
pain of existence. I was contracted to come here and fight in a war.
He's going to still. And he's gonna kind of scan a little bit around. The issue is that he's in plate mail, so you don't know exactly what his expressions are, or even where his head's moving. Before the weirways were open? How is that possible? And
well,
it was not before the weirways were open. Just a point of order. You were the first thing that happened when the weirways opened somewhere else.
if we were to get down to the brass tacks of it all, technically, the weirways opened before, but I did not come here via Weirdway. It's kind of a peculiarly long story that involves a cat.
Okay.
For clarification's sake, this is being said in the courtyard.
Yeah.
Just to this guy.
No one else is talking, my guy. Okay.
I assumed it was like a big enough courtyard that like two guys could have a normal
It's
conversation on one side of it.
It's possible this soldier here is able to hear you. And anyone on the other side of those walls. He pauses. What is your alliance? How are you grown with the wild hunt? Grown is not a term you've heard.
Grown like plants grown?
Bound with.
Oh. Well, they've just granted us temporary safe stay.
Roll deception.
I thought that's what they gave us.
I'm pretty sure you guys bullshitted your way in. Did anyone give you guys technically? I don't think anyone's given you any.
We had to go get checked over by the hunters.
Mm-hmm. And
we have
Which then
shenaniganed
nobody
our way
brought
inside
us
of here.
to.
Mm-hmm.
And no one told us where the hunters are, so we're
Yeah.
We're just
You have conjured
Making
your
our
way
way
into
downtown.
into the building.
Oh.
Everyone was like, writing is giving. It's spoiling. I was like, what is happening?
It was my full understanding that we were like welcomed in and told that we could just hang out.
It occurs to you, Zeno, that you're in a tight spot.
Really quickly, just above board, Robin, yeah, it was Robin or Sika, both? One of you two, I forget last week, I'm also, convinced them to let us in. We have said nothing,
I convinced
no
them to let them
information. Thank you, Sika. I was like,
Yeah.
one or two, sorry.
Yeah.
Sika convinced, we have given no information past that. We have not been talked to past that.
Nope.
At all.
Okay.
Other than not
Okay.
going down the stairs because they would get very
So,
mad.
so Boss Man doesn't know y'all are here. That's the
Right.
extent of it. There are a few people who have been like, all right, yeah, go talk to such and such. You're not my problem.
Okay.
I will be merciful if you need to backtrack all of that. I'm curious to see if you can not die.
Yeah.
What you got for me? With all that in mind, how do you progress?
Robin is going to eventually be walking past them to get to the other area, just so you know.
Yep. You're still in disguise though, aren't you?
I am, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm not entirely sure exactly who this wild hunt is. You see, my contract to fight in this war has come to an end, and I have simply been traveling with this group of strangers that I've met until I suppose I imagine the magic just ends and I get to go home.
Magic ending. Oh. You sure you're not from here?
I'm pretty sure I'm
Uh-huh.
reminded of it quite often, actually.
Uh-huh. All right.
Over here.
Are you?
I am not. He's going to put up his visor, and the toothiest grin, slightly manic, sharpened teeth. This Fae looks back at you, and you sense the alien presence, the alien mind before you, and you watch as, because he suddenly has so much more vision, he goes to say something and then goes, how did we... Fuck this place. Fuck this place. Fuck this place. I hate this place. The sun keeps moving on me, and it doesn't make a lick of sense. I hate it. I hope this place burns in a hole.
Oh, without even further explanation, I'm with you on fuck this place. That's kind of my vibe most places. But if you look up, I don't want to assume that you just happen to be from a place that... Truly, I have not looked up here either.
They
Usually,
warned
our
me about
sun-
this time thing on the way in.
Oh,
I didn't
okay,
take much
yes.
stock in it.
Okay. Sun goes east to west, and
East?
yes,
West?
correct.
There's day words and night words where I'm from.
That is interesting. These are directionals. So you have north, east, west, and south. And if you look up and you follow the path of the sun, it is going westward. East is opposite. Then that would make north, and that would make south.
You continue on, and this guy's just not getting it. And
I'm fully going off on like compasses and protractors.
He
We
will
have
sit
maps
down with
and
you
grids.
at this point and just start like arguing with you about how that doesn't make a lick of sense because time moves. Therefore east should move. Just this goes on.
I'm talking azimuths and zeniths.
He's lost. You do actually agree on the four winds, though.
Yeah, I can get behind that.
Yeah. I see you've popped up Reggie Kazrick.
Yeah, he's always been there. I just realized he wasn't on the thing, so I just put him in there.
Yeah, absolutely. Who wants to go next?
I'm gonna be real. I'm just waiting because I don't think Kazrick's just kind of watching. Doesn't know. Robin went off. Zito's talking to somebody. Sika walked away. I think Kazrick's in the things where he's just like standing in the middle, just like looking around.
Okay.
He's already talked to Source. Sourst. And he's just like, okay. So
Helivithea walks off stage left.
yeah.
Robin's making her way across to.
Okay.
Because she
I
doesn't
still have
want to
my roll.
start south of south. So. Oh
Okay.
yeah, and then Sika had a roll.
Stick a roll it.
I rolled 16.
Okay. And this was a perception check?
This is to check and see what was inside of the furnace.
Right. Looks like the hilt of a dagger, maybe a short sword. You don't see a blade.
No?
No.
do I reach into a furnace and assume it's not hot?
It looks hot.
Oh.
While we're doing this, Kazric, you smell strange chemicals you've never smelt.
From what direction?
Directly to your east.
Gotcha.
Go ahead, second. Sorry. Cool.
So I'm gonna look down at the shard and I'm just gonna pick one up. Here, just
Of that hasn't been thrown in the furnace.
yeah.
Okay, you pick one up, and the spore server goes.
Hey, Garth. Oh, I have water for you if you're chopping. I'm so sorry.
reaches for what you picked up.
Oh, and he's taking it from my hand.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm so sorry.
Throws it
But
in the
before
furnace.
before he was able to get it, can I sing the image in my mind, like burn it?
Oh, commit what you see in the reflection to memory.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a room, and there is. Sorry. Let me. It's a different part of the castle.
Okay.
You're not sure which, but you do see Whalley. Not as a corpse, next to the corpse.
Next to just a random corpse.
Yeah, he's curled up in the
The
fetal
brat?
position. Mm-hmm.
Fuck that guy.
He's like, yeah, burn it, yeah,
Toss.
yeah.
Okay.
Can I help you burn? I'll burn more.
He hands you the
Confirmation
shovel.
on something.
Okay.
And I know that Zito's not in the room, but like as Ben the player, he picked up a shard of mirror, and then the reflection was a different part of the castle.
Mm-hmm. And in the reflection, he saw Whalley.
And another
Fuck that
corpse.
guy.
Fuck that guy.
So Zick is gonna start helping me shovel things in,
Okay.
identifying each and every shard as he's pulling his shovel to throw it in.
Each and every.
He's gonna look, well, not like, he's gonna like look at him, see if there's something
I
like.
thought you meant I cast
Yeah.
identify, and I was like, that's a
Oh,
lot
God,
of spell slots.
No, he's gonna pick them up and just like,
Okay.
Ah.
As you're shoveling, you're going, pause. A, Spore Servant does not like his coffee anymore, and he's confused by it.
oh, I didn't pour the beer into his coffee.
Oh, I thought you did. My bad.
No. I made 2 cups so he can choose if he wanted beer instead of
I
coffee.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's drinking his coffee. If someone calls Whalley a brat, you can mark it. In another reflection, you catch sight of Toril, the House Ryix nobleman.
Mm-hmm. And I can't see Ilan in any way.
You cannot.
Okay, so I'm just gonna like, in this play of seeing it, I'm gonna like adjust my shoulders, act like I'm just like a bit sore, but keeping my eye down at that, trying to identify if I can see any key things of where this may be, or like,
Too hard to tell, but you're able to get this
Yeah.
information from your actions.
Okay, so right now Sika's gonna assume that everything in that we see here is in this castle. He's gonna piece together that it's down those wonderful stairs, and now to somehow get there. Okay, so he's gonna do one more shovel. Hold on, before I throw the shovel in, does he look in pain?
Yes. He does not look well. He looks like a tortured prisoner.
Okay. So I'm going to try my best to word what I want to do here. Please correct it if you need to. I want to act like I made an accident and fell while trying to do a toss.
Roll performance.
Cool. Okay. I'm gonna move my troops. 22.
Okay. It's very convincing to the
Okay.
point where. Oh, sorry. Are you got a hand up, Ben?
Oh no, sorry, I'm just.
It's very
rolling the
convincing to the point where the spore servant seems to straighten up and watch you directly in a much more, in a vastly different manner.
Okay, so the purpose of my toss was that when I fell, I wanted the shards to kind of go a little bit places to where I can kind of see if perhaps I land on the one that he's the one showing him.
Okay.
And my goal was to try and somehow slip it into my shirt while laying on it, you know, and like pushing myself up and that sort.
I'll say you succeed with 3 points of damage.
Cool. And then Sick is gonna get up and just see the guy who's like, oh, I'm sorry, and then he's going to like shovel up north and toss the one in there and just get back, and then he's gonna look like he's a little winced, but he's like, I'll be fine. I've been hurt worse, and it's just like
the creature looking through the spore servant that's supposed to be doing your job goes, and walks off. And you hear him start to shovel in the one of the stables.
amazing. Okay, so I'm empty, technically alone in this room.
Yes, but you're not able to find any more useful information from
Other
here
than
aside from
other than possibly trying to burn myself taking a dagger.
You can certainly try that way, right? Yeah.
There's gotta be a better way.
It's when when you're so done with Elden Ring, you'll run over the lava, you know? Take the damage.
I'm pretty sure I want to start moving on from this room. Like, I really want to move on from this room.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm questioning, why are they burning this dagger while burning all these shards? This must be something really important. In this time, do I see, like, I don't know the terms, but the hot picker,
tongs?
poker?
Yeah, I feel like there'd be some tongs. I feel like
I'll
that's
just
safe
straight
to
up,
say.
I'll
All right.
straight up be like, oh, cool.
You grab a hold of it and surprisingly easily manage to pull the hilt out. It's still covered in gooey, almost syrup, but it's molten, mirror glass.
Yeah.
And it drips in for a while. It's like it begins to eventually cool and solidify as this big drop with the hilt inside.
Cool. So I can hold it now as cool, or would you say, or like?
In a bit. Let's grab some other people.
For sure. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm dragging on. I
you're
apologize.
Fine. You're fine. We got 4 hours.
Quick question. Less about, you don't have to go to me, but when you said east, I just realized I moved. Did you mean literal map east, or
Map
if he was like
east.
looking down? Okay, great.
Map
Because I was like,
east.
wait, I want to make sure I went to the right spot.
No, I wouldn't do that to you.
Also, I think the goal for Kazric, I mean, he's going to investigate whatever this is, but I think the goal for Kazric is just always keeping an eye on everyone and staying close enough. I think my player worry is that lots of information means something might happen in a spot where someone's alone. So I think, but also that's kind of how Kazric is, being the int boy of the group. So he's just going to be staying close while other people are doing more investigation, even though he could be he's not a people person.
This works out actually because you and Robin are going in the same direction if you want to pursue the smell of the chemicals.
I thought she was on the other side.
Robin is on the east side, and Kazric, you were smelling it from the east side of the courtyard.
East.
You're totally fine. You're totally fine.
To the right.
I thought
the
you
right,
said west.
To the right. To the right.
No, I really thought I was going east. This is so
No,
bad.
you're totally fine.
All right, I'm coming over
Hey
here.
man, I get my left and rights wrong all the time,
What the hell? No, I was like, that's eastward. That's totally not. It's fine.
It's okay. Okay. Robin? You guys
Kazric-
find... Oh, go ahead.
So
Yeah.
Kazric is near me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna whisper down to Kazric, where I'm gonna try and make sure that no one else can hear. And I'm just gonna be like, there's a human prisoner cultist that they want to eat, and is being prepared by myconids south of their rooms or whatever. So I figured if I start here, and then work my way south. Also, oh, it's Robin. I like
Thank you.
pull one card of my disguise.
Able to ask, do you look like Robin right now?
Nope. She just starts talking, and it's like, oh, right, it's me.
I think for a moment he's like, sure. I will follow and do my best to stay in the distance or corner or whatever I can do.
Okay.
Don't die.
Robin, you can see.
Actually, I think as Robin's there and we're next to each other, if it needs to be a slide of, is anybody looking our way?
Not right now, really.
I could totally do sleight of hand as well if need be, but you see me like pull out a small little, it's like a little pouch, is maybe like that big, maybe slightly bigger, and it's like twisted at the top. It's like a little pouch of like tea that you could put into a bag, but it's like more homemade, not like industrial.
Okay.
But he just puts that into, he got to slip it into your pocket.
Oh, okay, cool.
And just says, if you need to get away, just throw it on the ground.
Okay, thanks.
Cool.
It's one of my flashbangs, which I'll explain
Nice.
what it is later, because I haven't done it in this campaign yet. And I will follow and be following Robin, but also not. Like, try to sneak off. Also can, like, hide as bonus action as need be.
The shadow is on the roof and kind of grinched up on as you go up the stairs to this kind of half up floor. And he seems very engrossed in his face, and then he stops and looks down at you.
Just gonna walk past. I got a job to do. I'm all confidence. I know where I'm going walking in.
Okay, so you head on past. Kazric, as you kind of get up there and kind of head on past, it looks at Reggie.
Yeah, I think even like cat vibes, looking at something that's like the spare human, when the spare woman walks in, I guess like, who you looking at?
Okay.
Not the favorite human, the spare one. So
Oh, no.
I think Reggie just like for a moment he just keeps going.
You kind of back at him and goes and watches as you guys continue down.
He's like, he doesn't have feet, but you see him like kick off, like he's like asserting his dominance, and then he walks.
Excellent. As you
He doesn't walk and he's flying.
get down to this point, you can see into this room here and down into the courtyard. Oops.
I'm definitely gonna quickly peek my head into the other room just to see what it is.
It seems like a long misused cathedral of a kind. You can see a strange brazier, like a with coals, a big furnacey boy, kind of in the center instead of a pulpit, and you can see dragon bones suspended from the ceiling.
Okay. Do I see any, like, sometimes, like, my brain goes, like, weird hallway that ends in a thing. Can I see, like, skid marks on the floor, or if there's, like, a exit or a back door in this room to try and mark quick escapes without having to go back into the courtyard?
Make a perception check.
Okay. 15.
15. Does this ping work?
Well, yeah.
Okay. There is a secret door there.
Okay.
You don't know how to get it open, but you've locked in because of your urban background. That spot, you can tell by the scuffs. Excuse me, goodness. You can tell by the scuffs, like that little bit of paint on the floor, that red long bit on the floor there is more scuffed than the rest of them. Welcome in. Welcome in, friends. Elite Encounters. How you doing, gang? Good to see you. We're snooping.
Is there Is there anybody in this room or easy
Nope.
vantage points from this room?
Nope. Easy vantage points.
Like to look into it.
It's actually kind of a tucked away room. This would be a room
Okay.
that most people would have to make a point of looking in on to go look into it.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna enter stealth mode anyways,
Okay.
and have my bonus action cloak changes to wall colors, because even though I know it's there, I want to see if I can figure out how to open it just real quick.
Yeah,
like if there's
excellent.
any traps on it.
Go up, make an investigation check as you start kind of feeling the various nooks and crannies, and every now and then you find like a bit of a wire, and you try to follow that line and figure out what's attached to and stuff like that.
What was I rolling again?
Investigation.
19.
19. Okay. You find a specific cobblestone that you can push in,
Okay.
and the door will open. You're not sure what's on the
Okay.
other side of the door, though.
I'm gonna take a quick peek.
Okay.
Like, can I listen? Can I put my ear up to the door before I open it to hear if I hear anything over there?
Sure. Make a perception check.
I'm gonna like check it for fire, you know, like
Yeah,
look underneath.
with the back of your hand to see if the knob's hot.
What was I doing again?
Perception.
Perception, 12, 13, 14, 15.
15.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Some sort of sleeping chamber or something.
Maybe a couple of people doing
Okay.
them a snooze.
Going. Cool. Gonna start going back down south, unless you want to switch. And if you want to switch to Zito or Sika.
Zito. Locke has come over and has kind of gotten in on throwing a wrench into this conversation and and just actively making incorrect connections and derailing any kind of learning this fake can get his hands on. And he's having a bit of a chuckle about it as he starts a fire.
I think at some point I'd probably want to get information from the soldier about where they're from. Like, I would probably just share stories about like my home pain of existence and be like, you know, just nostalgia, you know, the fighting for people you don't really even know, and just thinking about the International House of Pancakes. Do you not have the IHOP?
I can't say
from
we
your
do. No.
No.
I've heard of these pancakes, and I don't mean to cause too much offense. A little offense, maybe. But
Oh, I would not trust you as a soldier if you did not mean to cause at least a little offense.
everything here in these mortal realms is bland and gray by comparison of a Feywild.
No seasonings.
You don't use any seasonings?
Oh, well, trust me. I was not raised like one of these hooligans.
He's gonna go on, and you learn a bit about a few different realms that the Wild Hunt has raided before. And unfortunately, you don't get too much about the Feywild, but you do learn of just odd things. Waterfalls that flow backward, a forest guardian the size of a mountain who can part mountains with his mind. Over the top stuff. He mentions one or two fan courts, one being the Autumn Court and the other one being the Night Court, which implies there's 4 seasonal courts and at least 2 more courts.
Is this Thorns and Roses, or is this one of the other?
Sorry? Thorns and Roses?
I was
Oh,
making a dumb joke.
sorry. I don't know most references.
The Court of Thorns and Roses, Feff.
Really quickly, sorry, just because brain just want to make sure. That means there's a night, day, spring, summer, autumn, winter. Right?
That's the implication.
That's the implication.
Implication, yeah.
There might be a little more to it than that, but that's the implication.
Notes.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, when they recruit you for many from in my plane of existence, this sort of service is, for the most part, voluntary. For the most part. Now, there are a lot of things that go into making it so that certain people have truly no other choice, but for the most part, it's voluntary. And one of the things they tell you is, you'll go out and travel and see the world. Now, I believe you are the only one who's actually done that part of this.
We have offered for people every now and then to join the wild hunt, but mostly we eat them.
You eat the people that you offer to join.
And we use proper seasoning. Would you like some?
I
Shame.
appreciate the offer, but I did just eat.
Locke looks incredibly uncomfortable. And he is going to be like, yeah, me too. What? What? And he's going to walk off.
Remind me to write that down. Maybe I can bring it up next time I want that boy to walk away from me.
He's going to come find Sika. Sika. He comes in and goes, what are you doing? What's...
And I'm just like, with the melting sword.
Oh!
I found shiny objects and I had to check them out.
Huh. Yeah, that's fair.
Also, wait, Sika takes a second to realize that he's about to say something where it's not technically safe. He's gonna be like, I got beer. He catches himself in the moment, but kind of like in a way that hopefully Locke would have seen that he wanted to say something, but then pulls back to recognize that he wanted to say something, then caught himself and it's like, no, I'm gonna change my
He comes
mind.
in and closes the door.
So then as quietly as he can, he like goes up, puts his ears like, I think I know where people are.
Oh fuck, okay, let's go.
But first, and he holds up the sword. I need to know what this is.
Bring it with us.
Is this safe to put in my pocket?
At this point, yeah.
Okay, cool. Identify.
You motherfucker.
That takes
You motherfucker. All right. It is a... Go ahead.
It takes 10 minutes to cast that spell.
Well, I know what it is.
No, 1 minute.
I appreciate you, Ben, but I know what it is. I think that's if you ritual cast it, Ben.
Sorry, I was a wizard for a while.
Okay, so first of all, you have in your hand a newly crafted magic item out of what was a cursed sword. You now have a Rupert's drop. Bit of a flail, and the hilt inside is giving it magical properties.
Just the hilt, so I can switch out the blade.
There is no blade, it's just the hilt. The Lord Tawnyday has been trying to get rid of a cursed sword.
And the person up top?
Mm-hmm. And his current solution is put it on ice. And by put it on ice, put it on glass.
So I'm holding just a hilt.
You're holding a slag of, like a big drop of glass, mirror glass. Inside is the hilt. Inside the big globulate is the hilt. And this thing is a beat stick. under almost any circumstance, it cannot be destroyed. And that's doubly so because Rupert drops are special. And the hilt, also a special thing that is giving it an additional indestructible property. If you were to hit someone with this thing, they need to make a strength saving throw or be pushed 10 feet and knocked prone.
Whoa.
The damage is 1d8 concussive damage, thunder damage.
Ooh. Whoa.
You can call it the drop.
The drop. Cool. I'll have to make a sheet for this.
It is a strength-based weapon.
Oh, so not me.
That's what was in this furnace.
I'm sure we have someone here who uses strength.
It's pulls out the jawbone and beats the Philistines to death.
So if I got it right, it's indestructible.
Indestructible.
And if I hit someone, and if they fail their strength save throw, they get pushed back 10 feet and they take 1d8 concussive thunder damage.
And are prone. Even if they succeed in the save, they'll still take the damage. The save is to be thrown and prone.
Oh, okay, got it. And so they'll be... Sorry, that confused me. So indestructible, the save is to be thrown and prone, and they can take concussive thunder damage.
Yes, 1d8 when you hit.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Ooh.
Awesome. So he's gonna slip it into his slipperiness, and
I hate that.
and he's gonna make his way out. Just leave.
Okay.
And we're going to try and find his way to Zito for sure.
You would find Zito.
Cool. So going out here, seeing Zito, be like, cool. I need to go tell him about what our friends are doing, and try and get that. So I'll just pop myself right here.
Excellent. All right, let's head over to... is this a good spot for a break? I have no idea where we're at. Okay, let's take a break. We'll be right back, Jang.
I don't know if it is, but sure.
Hour and a half. And we're back. And I put us on the wrong screen. To the map. Yeah.
To the map, to the map, to the map, to the map.
A little bit of... Like the air feels denser, Robin and Kazric, as you move. You see through this is kind of a multi-stepped way. You can see into this room that has been taken over by the Myconid Sovereign and various Myconid followers in this room here. You can see multiple remains of the people, the bits that weren't used to make these new Myconid sprouts. What wasn't useful is scattered about and being thrown to the fire. South of you, you can see Duskbreak, Hollick's ice dragon. The corpse of it crumpled on the floor as three of these mystics kind of move around the corpse doing something, and you can see one of those draconic bird-like creatures with human hands on the far side just kind of watching. He looks kind of hungry, and kind of the eyes kind of bugged out on both sides. It's jittery like an insect or a bird. Both parties are very engrossed in what they're doing to notice you.
Which way is the smell coming from?
That would be the Myconids.
Myconids, yeah. I think Kazric kind of crests a peak and sees Duskbreak. Almost like, not gobsmacked, but just like, oh. Also sees a opportunity for science, but I think while the mystics are there, not really focused. Yes, absolutely. But yeah, seeing them and also big creature in the back, I think his gaze goes over towards the Myconids and like kind of gets like watches. He's small, just not like just kind of peering and seeing what's happening in here.
Reggie seems a little nervous, and we'll do like a soft kind of behind you.
What's going on, buddy? You okay?
It's just kind of, it seems a little compressed, you know, like kind of a tight ball. It's keeping itself kind of out of the way of things, and seems a little nervous and a little jumpy.
Don't worry, I won't let them do anything to you, I promise.
It definitely stays close to you.
I'll actually like open up the flap of my bag. Yep. And then when he closes the flap, you can see the two holes that are his eyes just peering out like a visor, like eye visor. But and like some of his wispiness is kind of like coming through the bag.
Yeah, it's not a tonal hum. It's not like a purr tonal, but like a.
But yeah, I think he just kind of watches. He's not going to open up conversation unless they do.
Okay.
But just kind of watching, and if anything like rolls at his feet because they keep tossing stuff, he absolutely will try to sneak it and take it.
Okay.
Because anything they use that's useful means it can be useful for me.
Okay. Robin, what you up to?
Does the Myconid Sovereign, does it look like it's something that can speak? Like,
Yes.
these look like... oh, okay, great.
It's certainly, and it also is, you would know, hive mind style and control of all the spore servants.
Okay.
And it regarded you earlier when you were trying to approach.
Okay. Robin's gonna come up and she's gonna try and like keep distance away from Kazric, so she's just like, I know he's just hanging out there. Robin's gonna go into the Sovereign, and she's gonna say, Lord Tawny Day has requested the cultist, and last I heard you were preparing him for the meal. I've come to retrieve him.
They are ready. One has...
And he pauses.
They are not ready.
Oh.
They have yet to be put into the processors. See to it, will you?
Indeed. Is there a door that's south?
Yep.
Great. I'm gonna start doop-a-doop.
Okay.
As if full confidence. I don't know if this is the correct direction, but she's gonna act like she knows that it is.
You would notice,
Gross.
both of you, that in the presence of this Myconid Sovereign, the golden thread that is upon your person knots and gnarls viciously and writhes almost like it's in pain. There's a squirming in your pocket, basically.
Oh.
Definitely
Okay.
note that. What is the general? I mean, I'm the wrong person to be asking this because again, Ent, not Wiz. But what is the general like disposition of this Myconid Sovereign? More importantly, like, does it seem as someone who has like leadership within this group? Does it seem to like be not necessarily a worker, but like you can tell hierarchy by the way someone's moving about? Does it seem like he has the same hierarchy as Lord Tana Day?
Make an insight check.
Okay. Can Reggie help me?
How?
He has clearly some intuition when it comes to these creatures. So
Reggie got a good vibe check.
Yeah, but like he's also Reggie's much better than me. But also I think the way he's acting, if he didn't feel some type of power surge from them, I don't think he would be like reacting as much unless it's something else.
I got you.
So I'm just kind of innate, based on the office vibe, then going forward.
Okay. Yes.
Sensing the
you may roll
latent
it
power
advantage.
inside of them is.
Who knows? Like we don't know if it's them or something that's around them. I'm using K dice. Okay, that's. I will take the higher of two, which is a 12.
You know a few things about Myconids, correct? As a druid with experience of druidic stuff in your background and goblin nature and stuff like that?
Mother specifically deals with, and I know myconids aren't mushrooms, but deals with that type of power.
That world.
Yeah. Fungi.
You would know that myconids actually are estimated to have a lifespan, even the sovereigns, of 24 years. That is their lifespan. And what you see before you, I want to make a point of making it clear that this is still a myconid and is not an undead. This is a very old myconid, maybe 200, 300 years at least. It is cracked, it is flaky, it is leathery, and it has a lot of just open holes all over the place, almost like a sponge. And it kind of shudders as it seems to breathe. That acrid smell is coming from within this myconid sovereign, and you can see almost this coal glow in its center. You note around this thing is large sized and kind of shaped just kind of like a pile, just like an unseeming pile of myconid flesh. But you can see where there have been binding chains held around it. No longer there. It is free of this, but the marks remain.
Then I guess different question based on what I got, and you can say yes or no.
Sorry, I haven't given you your insight information yet. I was kind of just explaining the dude.
Oh, no worries. I mean, I'll let you do that, then I'll ask the question I had. Yeah.
Homie is very much in control of their surroundings. You get the vibe that this is maybe even an equal to the Lord.
Okay.
And I'll say this. Not Fey. Not from the Feywild. Homie's from here.
Then the second question, the glow within. I think I switched from trying to read to trying to know, to try to know what type of power that is.
Okay.
See if I know anything arcanically or druidically.
You can't really get a look at it without just like going up to him and just peering into his body, because it's just kind of this mess of sponge-like hole, like SpongeBob holes.
Okay. I think, oh god, he shouldn't, but I think he does kind of like, I've been very curious. Sorry, if you're like in the middle of a ritual, then I'll leave.
We have just finished one. What are you, child?
As the face doesn't so much rotate around to regard you as it does reshape itself to be facing you. Some of the other sprouts kind of regard you for a bit before many of them begin to move.
And as they're moving, just, I'm just someone who likes to know things. I like to experiment, and I've not really had a pleasure of being around, you, especially because you shouldn't really be here, right? You have time.
How observant.
It's pretty spectacular, actually.
You know much of my species for a goblin?
Well,
rephrase. Do you know much of my species as a goblin?
Yeah. A good chunk, actually. I know you prefer more darker, danker spaces, and also there's like a I'm about to start spouting off because CB knows things. Can I roll a history or an arcana or something?
I mean,
or nature?
if your character is learned on a topic, that's by your discernment. I don't think
Fair.
you're gonna do me dirty. You know, go nuts.
Fair.
I trust you not to metagame too much.
Go. Right. He's like, and that's like the way that your hive mind seems to be really complex.
Thank you. Would you like a taste?
Actually, yeah. Because
Forward.
I'm kind of curious to know what that power would work on a volatile scale.
Volatile?
Well, if you, like, for instance,
It
hypothetically,
hesitates as you say volatile.
like hypothetically, if you're not around to invite individuals into your squad, if you will, if you had a way to traverse and forcibly be one with another, I don't know. I'm an experimental. If that's what you wanted.
are enlightened, my friend.
No, I'm not really glowing right now.
It reaches forward, and as it's doing so, it takes forever to do this.
I must often proceed with caution. My hive mind has been bound before.
Oh, that sucks. Are they dead? You should dead.
Make a wisdom save. You can choose to fail if you want.
I think he's gonna choose to fail.
Okay, you are given context for that comment and then vision of the entire map.
Ooh. Okay. Also, on level with.
Well, you're given everywhere. You're given everywhere of which there is a servant.
Thank
a
you.
for a servant.
Makes sense.
And I will enlighten that.
Oh God, stop doing that. There we go. Oh, cool. Yeah. That's really, really cool.
I think that's everywhere. Oh no. Any servants up here? Nope. All right.
Uh-oh. One with the mind.
You learn of Hollick's presence. You learn of Ilin and Toril of House Ryx. One of them is a corpse. And you don't find immediately who you would expect to be Soren off of the description you've been given. But the vision it gives you first is of a druid who needed himself a druid tower, kind of like a wizard tower, and he enslaved a hive mind on a faraway island and replaced the myconids of his colony with the sap of a massive tree.
We replaced the myconids with the sap.
He mashed up the entire group of myconids aside from the sovereign into a paste, and then swapped the sap of a massive tree with that paste to get essentially lair actions and a mile radius of control. And so when you say volatile, there is certainly a potential for that. This is the survivor, the sovereign, all this time later, from Terraform Chapter 2.
Okay.
It has survived all this while somehow.
Gotcha. I think as Kadric takes that in, he thinks about how free, for lack of a better word, without going there, like just how wild and uncorralled the Fune are. And almost how lucky he probably is, just as he's been in these cities and seen how strict laws are and how, the minor inconvenience can be fatal or whatever. Thinking about seeing Hollick and thinking about how Hollick has treated other people. I think he really resonates with this myconid, and I think the myconid probably feels that.
Okay.
And just I like you, and if something ever attempts to put you into a space you don't want to be, just let me know. I'll hurt him.
He's gonna make an insight check. Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
Oh god. Thank goodness for a high insight on Myconid sovereigns.
Yeah, sure. Persuasion. It's a 5.
It's a 5.
But like,
I
there's
also
no
rolled a 5,
there's no
3
lie.
plus 2.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Where are you? Oh no, where'd it
pretty.
go? Yeah.
But like, as far as like inciting a truth, he's not lying.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't.
No,
he doesn't
yeah.
seem to be.
And you were convincing him that you are being genuine.
Yeah.
And they perceive you to be genuine in the clumsiest way possible. We get there, and that's just the true nature of people who are genuine, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sometimes they gotta just kind of awkward forward, you know. I speak from experience. This sovereign.
My word, I believe you're telling the truth.
Yeah. It's not really a point to lie.
You are refreshing, Goblin. What is your name? Fear not, I am no fae.
Oh, I know. Are you in the? Are there fae variants of Myconid? Didn't. Wow.
Oh, yes.
Oh. No, I could tell. You kind of have your own thing going on. I'm Kazakh.
Well met. I am.
Welcome in, Raiders. The Myconid sovereign hits you with this almighty bell tone.
This gets like punched in the face.
Yeah, it just rattles around the inside of your head a bunch.
Yeah.
Welcome in, everybody. The timing is amazing.
That's actually funny. And this is Reggie, but Reggie's kind of scared of you. You don't seem like you'd hurt him though, so.
I am going to give you a thing, Gazrex.
Ooh, I like things. Also, know what? First, yep, you go.
It's going to take a piece of it off. Just tears off a chunk of itself.
Keep this. I may one day have need of you.
I think he. That's funny. I think he. Okay. How much do I need? My question was like, can I like putting things together. See what I could do with you. That sounds weird. I feel like I might be able to. I don't know. It's weird. You're like natural and psionic at the same time. You know. I just want to see if I can touch the psionic part. But I can't really do that unless I like break it down.
Roll persuasion again. That's asking a lot of any entity.
19. Because it was a nat 20 and I have a -1.
I'm gonna look back one day and say, is this the day the campaign went off the rails? And I'm gonna say, yes, this was the day I gave them too much power. Anyway, yeah.
I want to eat it. Let me.
Okay.
Don't break all of it.
No, I wouldn't do that. No, that's weird. Then you don't have any left. And you're not like
Then
a thing.
you would not have any left.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
It just starts humming, and the other Myconid sprouts just kind of start humming along with it, and it is alien, it is foreign, it is not of a music theory that you immediately are familiar with. And he just keeps on humming. And he just
Did
keeps on humming.
Did he give the piece? Okay. I think he like looks at it and like puts it in like a special pouch away from all the other things, just so nothing gets like cross contaminated. And he kind of pets it. He goes, "Thank you."
Beware the mirrors.
Mirrors?
I cannot see into them.
No mirrors. No mirrors. Got it. No mirrors. I'm
Why
like,
don't you tell me what you find?
okay.
That would be incredibly kind of you. It's the one narrow part of this castle that Tony Day is able to keep from me. I do not know if he knows, but I shall not show my hand.
Do you have hands?
I have many.
Oh. And I think he doesn't realize, but I think as he says it, I'm assuming how I'm interpreting it. Kazakh like looks towards the blind spot that isn't shown, and he goes, "Oh, okay."
Okay.
And he will start. Oh God, no, he's gonna check on Robin.
Let's go
first.
to what Robin's been doing.
Yeah, he's gonna check on. Just saying, transitioning. He's not gonna go off on his own. He's gonna check on her.
Robin, as you're moving up into this area, one of the myconid sprouts moves past you and then steps into this room. You see it's an empty storage room.
Can I I stop as it passes by and just like look in and see what it's doing?
It moves into the room and begins vomiting violently. And
Ew.
then it stops and it looks up and it starts spreading it around the walls and it starts moving it throughout the room. And where it remains, you can see this crusting that starts to, little mushrooms start kind of coating the interior of the room.
Okay. And there was nothing else in there? It just went into a room and started doing that?
There was like one tossed empty barrel kind of discarded in the side of the room.
She's gonna look and just, gross. I don't think I'll ever eat mushrooms ever again. And continues down the hallway.
All right. You see down now this next room, you're on this kind of up high stairway, right? And
Yeah.
That's a closed room. If you look into it, you're gonna find a spore servant that is moving crates around.
I'll probably check because I'm looking for the prisoner.
You find you're able to move into this area and it doesn't immediately bother you. Some of the crates are open, and in one of them you find Hollick's armor.
Oh, hell yeah. I take that and I put it in my bag that's underneath behind my cloak.
Okay, it's massive plate. So your bag is, I mean, you're not encumbered or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, your bag full.
Okay.
You can obviously stash your other parts of your inventory on there, but aesthetically saying you got a hunchback.
I still got a couple of pockets and belt pouches and stuff for small things, but bag full. Got it.
As you pick it up, your hands kind of had the not quite the numb tingle, but there's a little bit of that lightning-esque touch as you stash it. Your hair kind of lifts up a little bit until you stop touching it and put it in your bag.
Gotcha. Oh, I'm kind of tempted to put it on, but there's a spore servant in there, so I'm just gonna grab it and move.
Okay. Alrighty.
Cool. Yeah, I'll just keep on scooting.
Okay. Robin, you can look down into this room.
Okay.
You can see that this individual is the one in charge. This is clearly the head torturer. This is known as the Shadow Weaver.
Okay.
And because he's down here, right now the ladder is lowered. But you imagine that if he were to head back up, he'd raise the ladder and make it so that people couldn't easily get out. You do see a myconid sprout that is kind of baking itself into the wall. Johnny, like the third Pirates of the Caribbean movie with the barnacles into
Yeah.
the wall person. You know, it's kind of that going on. Next to it is a shadow that is watching the Shadow Weaver with adoration.
Okay.
Ilan of House Ryx, the nobleman,
Cool.
is chained to the wall, and you can see that he has been horribly tortured, to say the least. Toril is a corpse next to him, still hanging. And the spore servant moves over and begins to unchain him. Hollick, which the Shadow Weaver is kind of watching, is curled up. You can see that there's a massive chain around his neck, and his back is to the Shadow Weaver.
Okay.
You will tell me once again of these Warforged. And as Hollick whimpers, the Shadow Weaver seems to pull out this smoking brand, like this gnarled hook thing, that instead of fire, shadow pools off of it, and he hooks it into his back and just kind of slides it in there as Hollick screams, and he pulls him forward, scraping him across the floor. I wasn't asking, nobleman. He begins whimpering softly, and he bends to listen. What do you do?
I wish my friends were here. I'm gonna, cause do I know which one? Do I know that Hollick is the cultist? Is the human cultist, or
likely it's House Ryx, the ones who used to be here doing dragon ceremonies.
Oh, gotcha. Robin's gonna call out, and she's what's the name again? Scroll. I'm gonna be like, excuse me, not to interrupt your interrogation by any means. Please continue what you're doing. Lord Tawnyday is wishing for the cultist, and I need to take it to the remind me processor or something.
I just finished up with that one. You can take that one, says to the corpse. Who the spore servant is currently taking, and at hearing this, the spore servant will hand you the corpse. And it turns and starts walking. And goes, you can follow. Yeah, Toril.
Oh, so Toril's dead?
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Shoot. Robin's gonna go, I will absolutely follow. The Lord is entertaining guests.
Yes.
Are others prepared and ready for the next steps?
If the Mage Breaker hadn't given us such a hard time, well, if his patron hadn't interfered, we would have had dessert. But
Of course.
I will make quick work of this one, he says to Hollick. He's not long for this world, and he won't be missed, I think.
The guest that they are entertaining actually commonly enjoys her food live.
Who is this guest?
The one with the Minotaur that came in
My work has been... And suddenly he's before you.
Okay, I'm gonna, like...
Mid-sentence, my work has
But-
been consuming.
Yes, there's an archdruid of this pain that is here, wanting to hitch a ride. Naturally, we're not allowing that. But,
She's here.
yes.
And then he disappears.
Great. This poor Toral is dead. Dead.
Yeah, you
right?
got a corpse. Just it's heavy.
Great.
Like, and then
I'm
like,
gonna
and it's
hand the corpse to the spore,
Okay, it takes it.
and I'm
begins
and I'm going to
walking.
I'm gonna be like bye bye.
Okay.
I can't revive a corpse. I'm gonna quickly get down in there.
Okay, yeah. You scamper down, and I'm so sorry. Please refresh me. Have you and Ilan met?
I don't recall.
I don't think you have.
Where
know
did we meet?
Zito-
Where did we meet them?
So,
Like, where did they come
tech-
into the?
Technically, Robin, Thicke, and I would have been together, but I believe Taylor had
Okay.
prior engagement that
so-
day.
I remember now. You guys all went to speak to the lady who was running the city of Pardon, and she introduced you to these two and said they'll guide you. So you have met him. Ilan is going to look at you with, because you're disguised,
Right.
no recognition,
Sure.
and he's afraid. And he doesn't say anything. He just watches you in fear.
I'm gonna lean close and I'm gonna act intimidating because I know there's the mic and in the shadow right there, and I'm gonna lean in and I'm gonna be like, "It's me, Robin. Don't worry, we're all here, but don't blow my cover. No, don't forget. Keep looking scared."
Okay. Performance. Oh, help him. Give him advantage, please.
I'm just gonna I'm gonna take the chain that's like on his neck and I'm gonna like slam him against the wall.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
To like
Oh,
shock
yes.
out of it.
Okay. He went from a natural 1 to a 16.
Oh shit. Great. And while I'm grabbing the thing that's like around his neck, I'm gonna like sneakily sleight of hands pull out my like thieves tools, and I'm gonna try and pick the lock.
Roll stealth first. As
Stealth, yep.
Hollick, quick jerky motion, just turns and looks at you.
You didn't hear what I said.
No, but he's looking at you. He goes.
14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 32. Because
He
I still
hits
have
you with
passed
the-
without trace.
I got you. He hits you with the loudest psst you ever did here. And he goes,
What, brat?
he's going to...
We've already said it. So.
And then goes, you know me. You know me. That means I can make you rich, and you know it. And then he's gonna get the shadow is gonna go, what? And that's where we're gonna go to break. We'll be right back.
So tempted to tell the shadow.
All right, Robin. The shadow looks at Hollick, hears the words Hollick says, and rolls an insight check on you of an 18.
Okay. Robin's just gonna go, yeah, you fucking idiot. Of course, I know you. We brought you in.
Roll
I've been
deception.
listening to your crying for a while now.
Okay. Roll deception.
Nope.
Nope.
Nope. I mean, yeah, I rolled. I got a 4 in total. So.
Roll initiative. As the shadow goes, you're not supposed to be here, are you? And he's gonna lunge forward.
13.
13. Okay.
Did
You're
I
going
at least
first.
get my? Did I at least get my side of hand to try and get the chain off of the neck?
What'd you roll?
You didn't let me yet.
I apologize. Go ahead and
Oh,
roll.
you're
that.
He
good.
had you roll stealth
I'll,
for that whole thing, and you rolled
Yeah.
a 32.
Yeah. But you
Okay.
didn't let me roll sleight of hand to try and.
Go ahead and roll that as it was tirading at you and gearing up for a fight.
Nat 20.
Man!
Yes.
Fine. Okay. Excellent.
Which is a 25.
Okay. I'll roll initiative for Ilin. That's a 1. Ilin's at the bottom. All right, so you're
Okay,
up
you gotta
first.
I unlocked it. He's got to get it up.
Yep.
Okay. I'm up first. I'm going to use my action to summon Darko. I'm going to summon Darko right in between Holic and Shadow. And the
Okay.
Shadow. Which I'm okay with it. Holic also needs to make the saving throw to not get hurt. I need a dexterity saving throw for both of them.
Don't forget, if you need it, you have the flashbang.
Oh, that's right.
And he specifically said if you need to get out. That's,
Oh,
but
that's
you just
right.
let me know if you use it, and I'll let you know what it does.
Okay. Can I use that on a bonus action? Is object interaction a bonus action? or an
It's
action?
literally a bonus action.
Nice.
Hell
That
yeah.
is mechanically a bonus action.
Okay. Holic rolls a 4,
Okay.
and the Shadow rolls an 8. 5 plus
Great.
3.
They are both going to take. Where are my sixes? They are both going to take 10 fire damage.
Okay.
So Darko pops up like a big explosion, and while that fire underneath him hits the two of those, I'm gonna be like, Kazric, I love you. Boom! And I'm gonna bonus action. I'm gonna drop the flash bomb and pick up Ilin.
Okay.
So you said, I think when we talked about this, we lowered how many I had. We lowered how many I had. Did we add a saving throw to it? Because before I had a limited number, but we lowered it to my proficiency or my intelligence.
Makes sense. Did we
with
add
that,
a saving throw?
Did we add a saving throw? Because if not, any large or smaller creature within 5 feet of Robin can't take reactions against them.
I see what you're saying.
No.
Yeah, saving throw makes sense.
I agree. All right, so it is against my DC, which is a 16.
4. The dice
Great.
hate me today.
They can't take a reaction to the start of the next turn.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. All right, Robin.
Okay, I want to pull Ilin with me, and I'm gonna try and get up the ladder and use my movement speed to get that other area did not seem like an exit and goes through the sprouts, so I'm gonna try and make my way back to where we came in.
Go ahead and move yourself on the map so I know what you're talking about.
I just don't know where the ladder is for me to.
Ladder is.
I want to go over here.
Ladder is
So,
here.
okay. So I'm gonna go up the ladder. I'm gonna go over this way.
Okay, so all right, hold on. You can see down into this room below you, to the south, as you get there.
Okay.
And it is disturbing. It's if Willy Wonka was from hell doing a meat processor for people.
Ew,
And you can see the feet of Toril being fed into what I would call a wood chipper of a kind.
gross.
There is also many a mirror. Well, I'll draw them. I can do that. I am learning. This room covered in mirrors.
Okay.
And they don't look like a bunch of different mirrors that have been leaned against the wall. The surface of the walls in here have been transmuted into mirrors. So it's weird bumps and weird reflections because like the, you know, cupboard to wall is now just one smooth piece of mirror glass. And it looks like something in the center went off that caused this room to transmute.
Okay.
Yeah.
Am I able to take Ilan with me when I go up
Yes.
the ladder and
Yes,
out?
you are.
Okay. Sweet.
He manages to get up on his feet. He looks a little wobbly.
Yeah.
And
I'll support
you
him.
note that he has to he like has to put pressure on his right hip.
Okay. Yeah, I'll move however far 30 feet allows me to get away from that area.
Okay. I'd say you can get all the way to oops. I'd say you can get to here.
Okay.
If you're trying to go
I
that
will-
direction.
We'll go to that. There.
You do see the doorway here, but that leads towards all that. So nowhere
Right.
safe.
For sure. But if I can get around and get to a place where we can like do a stealth hide real quick,
Yeah.
that'll be great. But
Okay.
I've used my action, bonus action, and movement, so I am spent.
Darko?
Darko does Darko have?
I believe goes on your turn.
I think he just has movement, so he has 30 as well. So he would just
Okay.
come with me.
Oh, okay. Well, he can't do reactions. Well, he can't do reactions against you. He'll swing on Darko.
Okay.
Nope. No reaction. Sorry.
Oh, it has no reactions. Understood.
To the start of its turn.
It angrily sizzles from the flashbang as Darko scampers up and moves over to you.
Darko's gonna pee on Holic real quick and then skip.
Shit.
Who's a good boy?
Okay. Shadows starts its turn. It was still able to see you, just not make reactions. So,
I don't know.
with that in mind,
Damn it.
it is going to. Where are you going? And 2 slashes swinging for you. One is a 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
The other one's a 22 to hit.
That will also hit.
You take 16 slashing damage and 17 necrotic.
Okay.
It then is going to cast darkness around the area.
Okay.
I don't know if you can see in magical darkness, but this is magical darkness kind of pervading this hallway and spilling over into that room below to the south.
Okay. Gotcha.
And it's going to be his turn. Ilan is going to essentially just reach into your bag and try to find a weapon he can use.
Yeah.
You got a knife
For
or
sure.
something like that he can use in there? Otherwise, I
yeah,
have a
let
plan.
me look at my inventory. I have 2 daggers, a rapier, a short bow. I have the armor that's in there.
Okay, yeah, he's gonna pull out the helmet, step forward, and try to bash the because it's a magical plate. It'll be able to make contact on him and bash into this dude with the helmet.
Yeah.
And he's gonna put a smite on it if he can land a hit. He can't.
He's a smite. Oh, okay.
Damn.
Man,
Come on, buddy.
he's got a second swing. Yeah. Okay, let's go. He does land a
Nice.
hit and is going to cast Banishing Smite.
Heck
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
Crackles an extra 5d10 force damage. Excellent. Okay. The helmet is going to do a d6 of bludgeoning damage, which is 1. It does 1 bludgeoning damage, but then 5d10 force damage from the smite.
Nice.
That makes it worse. It's like this thing you just drag around and suddenly, doom. Like, what the hell?
All right, that's 26 force damage in the room.
Nice.
Just kind of quakes with that kind of like impact, almost like if you were hit with an air gun real hard. The whole room rattles as the darkness dissipates
Sweet.
and the shadow vanishes.
Oh, okay. They're not strong. Cool. Or he just ran away.
Oops, I didn't mean to get off the map. My bad, chat. What? Oh, how? Okay. Excellent. He's going to keel over.
Illin's killing over?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna try and like grab it. I'm gonna be like, listen, we can either try to find the others and get out of here as a group, or I know a kind of a quicker way out of here and I can get you out and then come back for the others. What do you need right now?
He's staring at the feet of his buddy.
Don't look that way.
You
Okay.
dial him in.
Focus. Hi.
Escape.
Escape. Okay.
Escape.
Okay. Let's go. And I'm gonna walk casually.
Uh-huh.
Over to here is the
So, you get to about here. You get to right about here when the warping of the mirror glass down into your left.
Yeah.
You catch the eye of Soren in the
what?
reflection. You stop and you pivot and look, and in the reflection only,
Okay.
you see a almost frozen in place, almost like frozen in time, like if there was a time stop or something like that, of him falling backwards. His both feet are in the air in the reflection of the room, which again is very warped. Even Soren looks very warped because of all the odd angles and stuff like that.
Okay.
But it looks like he was the source of the blast that transmuted this
Yeah.
room. Like, in a sense, due to the reflections, he would be dead center of this blast. But he's
Okay.
in the mirror.
Okay. Robin's gonna quickly turn around to Illin and Darko, and I'm gonna be like, change of plans. Darko,
that was fast.
Darko, use your teleportation to get Illin out of here. Okay? Avoid everybody.
Comes over and
Every 15
paws at your
feet.
foot just a little bit so that it can get that out of the way because it needed to do that because it missed you. And then agreed.
it's
And
not-
then it looks very resolute.
Okay. Illin, stay with Darko. Darko, listen to Illin, and you can teleport 15 feet, but like find time. Like find the best way to get out. There's a way if you go down this way, and I tell them about like where the bathrooms are that drop down, but that there were things working on the stairs down there, so to beware of that. I'm gonna swing my backpack around and I'm gonna take out the armor and I'm gonna put the armor on Illin real quick.
Thank you.
And I'm gonna hand Illin, like a dagger.
Thank you.
And be like, you got this. We'll find you after this somewhere. Just stay with Darko and he will keep you safe.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. It's just frazzled beyond belief.
Yeah, you got this. You're gonna do great. What can I do? Is there anything that I can give? Anything else I can give? I'm gonna cast Longstrider.
Okay, nice.
And so their speed increases 10 feet until the spell ends, which would be for an hour, and it does not take concentration. So they should be able to get out of here safely.
Okay. Excellent. They bamf away.
Good.
Sika and Zito. Sika, you notice when Zito suddenly doesn't have screaming in his head anymore. Because there's just a little bit of a relief that you were just bearing under all this time, Zito, because you've kind of been keeping track of the cloak. The screaming stops. And that kind of murmur of draconic ritual humming strengthens. And that's when I ate her. All right, this has been wonderful. Good swapping stories. He kind of looks up at the sky. I still don't get it, but I'm gonna go turn in. My shift is over.
Yeah, what?
Sorry.
What don't you get?
Oh,
Sorry,
God. We've already been through this
The
second. There's a whole thing about
moves.
the time and the sun. Listen, at this point, the only thing that we can truly agree on is the wind.
Yes, the wind. We understand the four winds. They are...
Just wait till you see the moon.
Don't do that. Don't do that. I know what you're doing. Don't do that.
I have
Please
seen
ignore
it.
It's
It
strange.
haunts me. He's gonna turn and walk. And you... Thank you. You do note though that he does, because it's nighttime at this point, I believe.
I think it's still nighttime for us, yeah.
Yeah, he does like look up. It's not like immediately visible in the courtyard right now, and he does seem to be relieved.
I'm just doing this for a throwback. Seika looks to Zito, is just like, I need more seasoning in my food really bad. Like, this stuff is trash. I want these spices.
I'm gonna try to focus in and just really quietly and go like,
What's happening?
Dicka, because of knowing that shadow was there in the stables, looks around to see if he can see anything. I don't know if he can do a perception check or something like that, just because he doesn't want to be heard again.
If you declare whisper, you should be good.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna whisper to.
Right.
to
What Zito was doing was casually being like, "Whoa, where from?" You know.
Okay.
But if you declare whisper, that's another thing entirely.
So I'm gonna whisper to Zito, and just let him know it's just like, I've seen Toral.
That's nice, Seka, but I'm not talking to you right now.
This doesn't make a lick of sense to you.
I'm just. Well, fine. And then he just like.
Don't leave.
Oh gosh.
You come back.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Zito, make an insight check at disadvantage.
I'm not going
On
to need that
these
disadvantage.
draconics. On these dragons. On the voices in your head.
7.
7. In classic barbarian fashion, you come to a conclusion. You move it a little bit away from you, and the murmuring dies. You move it a little more towards you, and the murmuring gets louder. And the 7 is you thinking it's you and not the area behind you.
I'm just gonna slip one arm into one sleeve and see if it gets louder.
No change. I mean, if your arm was towards the room behind you, then it would get louder. But once you moved your arm down, it would get quieter again.
Okay. Where did you see him, Sika?
We missed what you said.
No, in my pants.
I want you to know, I support whatever it is that you're doing. But I never want to hear about it.
He catches on to the obliviousness that just came across himself. Like, no. Well, maybe, but no. There was these reflective shards in this forge, and they were showing me bodies of people who looked tortured or killed. And I saw him, and he wasn't moving.
Well, then let's take a walk.
Oh, okay.
Okay, where you go?
Just kind of, I want to do a loop, kind of like what we were doing when we first came in. We were just kind of like looping around the inner corridor. I want to do that, but just kind of like having Sika keep an eye out for just like anything that he just picks up on that he remembers seeing in the reflection as well.
Okay.
And I also want to continue holding on to the cloak.
You quickly discover that this room to the east of you is where it's loudest. The room on the other side of the wall.
Red carpet.
I might have something, Sika. Come with me.
He does.
Is that a doorway?
Nope. You've got to go all the way up and around to here.
Like, can we go up those stairs just below those picture?
Yep.
Oh, okay. It's the second floor. Got it. Okay.
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna go up these stairs.
You can wave at the shade
And
on the way through.
is that the path?
Yes. The shade.
And he's just standing.
Where Sika is now. Sorry, I moved you, Sika. I hope that's okay. Is the entrance into that room.
Okay. Yeah. I'll look in.
Okay. You can see a myconid sprout has kind of moved into this area and is currently baking itself into the corner of the room. Like Pirates of the Caribbean 3 with the barnacle people. Part of the crew, part of the ship. It's just kind of slow growing itself into that corner. And then its eyes seem to roll into the back of its head as if it were sharing a vision of some kind.
Okay. What else is in the room? Like, are these like pews?
Yeah, they're like pews. You can see a skeleton of a dragon suspended on the ceiling, and there is a brazier where the podium would be, like a little cauldron of fire that is lit, and that red carpet kind of all throughout. Pretty ornate, maybe a bit dusty.
Okay. If the chanting gets louder as I walk in,
As
I'll walk
in,
into the room.
all the chanting seems to kind of lock together. into a beautiful choir that is alien to you and draconic in nature. But it doesn't give you any kind of instruction. Sika, you're kind of watching from the doorway, and the shadow is just kind of watching you.
Does anything change if I move towards the brazier?
Brazier seems to be the focal point.
Okay.
You gaze into the brazier, and there's a single coal that is large and red hot, surrounded by other little coals kind of nestled in.
Is there anything around that looks like it's meant for grabbing?
No.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to touch the clasp on the cloak that I'm currently wearing
Okay.
and activate my magma mantle.
That's right. Okay.
And I'm going to just fully reach into this cup.
You reach into the brazier and nestle around in the coals for a bit. Until you pull this big one out. And as it begins to cool, it doesn't turn black like coal like you would expect. Roll a d12 for me.
Oh Lord, I have one, okay. Lamb.
11?
Lamb.
Oh. You have your choice of gold or brass.
Brass.
You realize you are holding a brass dragon egg. Sika, you see this as well, as he's just...
And the voices, have they changed at all?
They continue to... They continue to chant in almost coo. Not coo, just not quite lullaby. Apparently I'm saying brazier wrong.
Brazier.
Brazier?
Brazier? Oh my god.
Brazier is way funnier though.
I went with it. It was on fire and everything.
There is a large bra on fire.
I was having a whole conniption over here. Like, am I hearing what I'm hearing correctly? Over here on Google search, making sure I can pronounce it right. Oh.
What is it? What am I supposed to say?
Brazier.
Brazier. Okay.
Brazier.
Do you know
It's
how,
just
like,
as George Bush once said, never trust a man who can't think of more than one way to pronounce a word.
is there any way I can convince Zito to grab the gold egg?
Well, no, I let him pick the color of this one
Oh,
egg.
damn it! All dragons are better.
Even if you tried to be like, no, grab the gold one, Zito would stare at you while pocketing the brass one.
All right.
I want to pet
Does
that
it-
dragon.
Does it seem like it's close to hatching in any...
It seems dormant.
Okay.
And indeed, the now there is almost like a lullaby. Oh my god, pronunciations today.
Lullaby.
I just can't, I guess. Lullaby. It is a soothing choir.
Okay. Yeah, I'll... How big is it? I'm trying... Like, could I put it... Oh, it's massive. Okay.
Heavy. Not
Gotcha.
not as heavy as the cube that poor Sika had to lug around.
I got more room in my bag if you want to put it there.
No, I think I'll try to just tuck it inside somewhere in the magma mantle cloak, but I'm not gonna like. I'll keep a hand on it.
Okay. There is a bit of arcane lava in this brazier. Brazier? Okay. That doesn't seem to be cooling. That was underneath the egg.
I mean, the brazier's got to be massive.
Mm-hmm. It's roughly the size of a pulpit.
I'm just trying to think, because like I can touch it right now, but only while the magma mantle is active.
Right. Sika, you notice that the draconic skeleton on the ceiling has turned and is just kind of following the movement of the egg.
Hmm?
Oh, you haven't noticed this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Sick is gonna like his way over in this
Into the space.
and just like turn his head. Oh, this stretch to look outwards is fantastic. Oh my god. Oh, you should do it. Feels
Say
great.
what you came here to say to me.
I have.
Zeta will.
I understand.
That was a good stretch.
I'm gonna hold the Dragon Rider cloak to you and be like,
Can you just hold on to this for a moment?
Sure.
So, Kazric, the vision ends, and you guys are starting to you're finishing up your conversation with the Sovereign. When the Sovereign says, "Oh, oh, oh,
Oh?
Oh.
Oh no.
What?
Someone is waking the dragon?
The dragon?
Just north
Other
of
than
you.
the dead one.
shares the vision with you from the mic in it, and you see the two of them with a dragon egg and the skeletal dragon above that's suspended going turning and watching them.
The scale. Oh, those the scale. Okay. Perhaps I think for the betterment of everyone, we don't wake that dragon, right?
Then you'll see to it.
Yeah.
Goes
can do
back
that.
to regarding the fire.
Just like that's the thing. Like just slightly scoots, and then he slightly scoots, and then he gets like completely shaggy, runs away.
You head towards them.
Yeah.
Okay, with quick fashion, the shadow. You quickly make your way. Yeah. I'm dead. This is the entrance here. Do you notice the shadow, who's like Grinch style up in that corner? Oh yeah, you remember him from when earlier.
Yeah.
It doesn't. Yeah, you can see into the room. Well, that's kind of taking the precedent of the moment. Zito, Sika, Kazric bursts into the room.
Okay. She's just like waiting for the cloak.
It is handed to you.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Just pausing. Does it seem like they've clocked the dragon? Just making sure.
They seem like they have clocked the dragon and are doing that like cautious movement thing, you know, like the Eye of Sauron's on them, maybe.
Okay. Just. Okay. It's handled. We should.
Hold on.
What's Sika hearing?
What's Sika hearing?
Yeah, once he does he hear anything when he touches the cloak?
Oh yeah, as you take the cloak, I'm so sorry. The draconic choir would enter your mind.
No, oh, he's like, oh.
Do you speak Draconic?
I wish.
Zito's just gonna say to you, "Do you know what they're saying?"
I have a request in this matter for you, Mr. DM.
Yes, you may approach the bench.
I would like to see, because they are singing, if I have a way of telling what type of song they're singing.
Let's put the bard to bard work.
Let's get a history check.
Okay. Can I throw in some performance?
No, I don't know how you would.
I think he should have advantage because he's a bard, but that's just me.
I'll give him advantage.
Yeah! You're welcome.
Yep. Still rolling again. Yo, the universe does not want me to know this shit.
What'd you get?
Hold on, I'm gonna use like something else as well. $17.
17.
got
Wow,
up
you
there.
do not know Draconic. The shape of these words are to soothe, are to placate, are to keep one slumbering, are to keep at bay, are to hold back, but in a comforting way.
Dicka is going to register this as a lullaby, and noticed that he's going to clock, oh, it moved, and that moved, so he is going to reenact the song.
Okay. Now we've got a performance check. You try to dive into, you're not going to have advantage for this, but you try to dive into something alien to you, but you're tapping into, because you understand performance. You understand imposing someone's will through, imposing your will on something else through an art form, expressing an emotion through an art form. Let's get this performance check.
$18.
Tell me of this dance.
So Sika, while holding on to this, will at first like don it like a maestro, and then he is going to start like. First, he's going to start like moving his body and his shoulders and his hands to the beat to try and find the tempo, and then he's going to start like going and then like trying to find the note, and then immediately just like pick in and just get onto the notes, and he's going to try and first work just with non-verbal, like words singing, just like stuff, and he's going to just do that with the melody of it. See what happens with that at first. See if perhaps that's gonna maybe slumber the thing up top, and then if it doesn't, he is going to start repeating the words as best as he can from what he's hearing.
Put on the cloak?
I did.
Okay.
The parts of the ritual. Sorry, continue.
Okay. Fire erupts from the brazier.
Well,
A column of fire, scorching the ceiling. The mic, it becomes very, very hot. The myconid burns away. The myconid sprout burns away from the room. Wow. You're good, Sika, because you're wearing the mantle. Zito! Let's get a...
I'm wearing the mantle.
Who?
but you gave it to me.
Sika's wearing
The
it and did
magma
performance.
mantle is a different cloak.
Gotcha.
Oh,
So he has one of the 2 Dragon Rider cloaks.
Got you.
I
Well,
grabbed one for Ilan and one for Toril. I have those in my bag, and then we found the magma mantle at some point.
this still fits well.
Okay.
But you are not immune to the fire that the heat of this room now, and need to make a con save.
Do I need to make this too? I'm in the room.
Yes, you do.
No.
I burned my family.
Well, you are actively searing your okay. The let's
Leave Reggie alone. He's in my backpack.
okay.
What type of save is this? Sorry.
Con.
Oh, I was so excited.
Thank you. I was just like, I am on stream. I'm not supposed to.
25.
Or a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. And a 25.
Yeah.
Taylor, I agree with you. I like the second one best as well. Okay. You are not permanently burnt or scarred. You do take a good bit of damage. The roll, you'll be taking half of the damage and are not permanently marred. You take half of 110 fire damage.
55. Okay.
Everyone's still alive?
Am I being burned?
No, you're good. You're wearing the mantle.
I'm
So
I'm immune to intense heat and fire damage while I'm wearing the magma one.
But you're not wearing it. He's wearing it.
No, I'm wearing
Two
the
different
dragon.
things.
Oh,
The
my
dragon.
bad. I got it backwards. Yeah, so then Sicko would need the roll. And
Okay.
And Zito does not.
Okay. That
My
makes,
apologies.
okay, yeah. So I've been, just to distinguish them, the magma mantle and then the dragon rider cloak, just to
Yeah.
Now,
Make
how
sure
cool
it's
would it
different.
be if you actually gave me both? Because at least you can
Oh,
survive.
absolutely not. Zito is vulnerable to fire. He's not taking
It's a
his
matter
thing off.
of what happened, not what could have happened. If you are needing to make the roll, then roll you shall.
Okay, so what do I have to roll?
Con.
Constitution saving throw.
It's gonna be a fucking 100 damage. I'm gonna die no matter what.
Oh, no, that's not the number. I have a question.
Okay.
14.
14.
So bombs require things to be explosive. And you just put immense fire and heat on someone who carries at max, not max, really, at max, the capacity to create 26 bombs. What's happening?
Your bombs are not armed. That is an
You
important
can
distinction.
100%. But there's logic to say that something else gets
Yes.
burnt in the process.
And you succeeded on
Heat
your dex
is not-
save. On your
Heat
con
is
save.
not the only thing that ignites explosives. C4 can be put into an oven and it won't blow.
Yeah.
That takes an electrical charge.
There are many
there's-
little bits and bobs that Kazric has on him, though, that would be flammable. I would say that your bombs don't go off. But you do lose a large swath of your stores. Magical stuff you manage to keep, such as any draconic bones or the golden thread. But the lion's share of your powders and your elixirs and your chemicals are no longer usable to you. Some things like salt barely managed to stick around as it wasn't that long of a cook, but the body of the dragon above and the mind of the dragon in the egg are seared from existence
Because I sung.
because the ritual was completed. And what they do here is bind dragons to riders. This was a ritual that never had to happen for your last character.
What are you bound to? I'm so excited.
The bones above are fed into this pillar of fire, and you sense whoever's wearing the draconic cloak, you sense in horror as the mind of the dragon in the egg is seared from existence, and it joins the choir within the mantle's.
Oh.
Annie, thank you for the raid. I appreciate you. The party is finding out after a fair amount of fucking around.
I wish we knew what we were finding out.
More questions. Always more questions.
I was like, did Sika just become a dragon rider?
No.
Yeah.
Something has been done to this dragon egg.
I should just point out that Kadrik's at 3 hit points.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Sika, are you dead?
How much damage am I trying to stop?
Did you succeed in your saving? Well, you got a 14 or a 13. That's a
Four.
fail, so you would take the full 100 and...
I took a 14.
Yeah, you failed.
Oh, okay.
So you take the full damage.
I'm dead.
110. Okay.
What is your max HP, and where were you at?
Well, if I'm taking 100 damage, I have 52.
What's
So
your
no, I'm
max?
saying,
Oh,
I'm saying-
52 is my max, and I had 49.
Crumpled.
Yay.
Charred, even as you dance.
Let me see if do I have time to do like a reaction to this or no?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Silence pervades the room as the Myconid and Sika are burned.
What the fuck just happened?
The brazier goes out. There's still a corpse. It's not a full dusting. But that what was Sika does not move. It is a blackened, horrific corpse. Sika.
Hi.
Tell me a favorite memory of yours from your childhood. Or
You
it
know
doesn't
my
have to be
lore.
your childhood.
You know
Doesn't-
my
But the
lore.
audience doesn't. Tell me a bit about some cherished memories.
So, if it was to be something from his younger years, it would be one of the days when he first was with his parents and they literally had nothing to do. That was something that was really big for Sika, being able to just exist with nothing to do because he was always having to move, always having to go, always having to be on guard, always having to be on the lookout, or if whenever he was in a town, he wasn't allowed to be in certain public places. He always had to be in all these things. So he remembers one day when he was just in the floating isles, and he was just out with the sun, living inside of the nature with his parents, and just enjoying the time that he had with some food and silence. And to him, though, before he was like really involving in the bard world, he was listening to the silence in different ways than his parents would. So it was just a pure, nice bliss echo. So that was one of his very first happier moments.
As that moment kind of plays before you in this moment, you're not in pain. You're not in pain right now. And wherever you're currently looking, everything makes sense. But slowly, as time passes, your periphery, these floating islands in the distance are shattering into symmetrical shapes and floating in the sky and starting to form strange cryptic symbols that you don't understand. And as your vision naturally pains, they keep coming back together and everything directly in front of you makes sense. But that shattering continues to grow and grow and narrow and narrow and narrow. Let's take a break. As a gentle voice reaches out to you. And we're back. This sight before you, Sika, everything feels right. Everything feels good. If any, there's some Fey music influence here that seems out of place, and that has to do with the investiture. But you are not in your corporeal form, but its influence is there. And as these floating, shattered islands around you scatter and reshape and move about, beams of light begin emanating from each and every one of them as your vision warps inwards and inwards and inwards until the only thing that seems normal and real and corporeal is aluminum. This individual made of stone seems to eclipse the sun in front of you. And doing so, the light scatters to these other shapes, and Freaquins begin to form out of these beams in your periphery and move about, and all of it is beginning to seem odd. The Feyan music is kind of interfering with them somehow. And the being before you does not speak. The Freaquins seem to speak. Make a history check for me.
Making sure I'm doing this right. Everything's late, just just because. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Mhm.
Real quick, I want to address something chat was saying. It is more than okay to feel pain when your character dies in D&D. It's not okay to lash out or anything like that. Just as a point of order. You're emotionally attached to your characters. It's supposed to hurt when they die. I'm trying to hurt Shane right now. I kid. I am, but this is something that has been communicated. This is something that is within the parameters of the party that they're comfortable with, and we have had our session 0, and everything is on the up and up. Do not fret.
If you need to hear it from me, I've said I'm okay with characters dying because that is storytelling.
What'd you get on that history check?
Dirty 20.
From the fog of memory, you realize that Soren's patron has taken a hold of your soul and is keeping it from entering the astral current and moving on from this realm. And they're trying to point out this form before you, but it's having difficulty communicating at all by any means because of the Feyan influence in where you have dropped to the floor. You study this Luminant before you. You don't recognize him. Is there anything you say or do in this moment?
Yeah, so Thika, since he is calm, is going to register the sounds that are around him right now. Is there any sounds or silence that is made silence?
There is unseen frequencies coming from the Freaquins that now you are not attached to your mortal coil. You are not bound to your physical limitations. You can hear them. You can hear the soul of your people.
I can see that the person before me is trying to talk to me.
No.
Or
the
no?
Freaquins, or someone using the appearance of Freaquins, are trying to communicate that this person before you is of import.
Okay. With hearing these these sounds, can I see or recognize which direction they're coming from?
All around you.
Just, I mean, all encompassing.
Yep. And as you look and try to perceive them, they disappear, and the cracked and symmetrical stone shards reform back into the floating islands. But that image of this individual seems to break and shatter and form around with it, if that makes sense.
So like, they are my focus. Like, I should try and...
You can't not look at this image of this Luminin.
Okay, one thing that Sika will do is he wants to snap his fingers to see if the disturbance in the snaps or erupts any of the vision of
You're
sound.
trying to see if you're lucid dreaming.
Yeah.
You are able to make snap noises.
Okay.
So you're not lucid dreaming, and the impact of the sound doesn't seem to have a profound effect.
Okay.
But it's not very loud.
Okay, so I'm just gonna simply ask, what do you want? What's happening?
What's happening?
Yeah.
You're not sure. And you don't get an immediate response.
Okay.
But you start to ascertain that there is strain all around you.
I'm gonna hold the necklace. If it's still attached to me, is it glowing? Can I empower with it? Can I tap into its energies?
Yes.
Okay. I'm hoping that by doing so and calling upon the energies from that if this is this being, I can somehow develop a connection between the two of us.
If you were this individual's warlock you would have that kind of capability, but you're not. A bit of a warlock's power has been vested to you. And so we find here our strain in this moment. Kazric. You have how many HP left?
3 plus a magical, 7 temporary, so 10.
Okay.
Reggie's.
I'll turn the music down. Reggie's gone?
Let me just double check.
Makes
Pretty
sense
sure
to
he's
me.
not immune to fire. Just.
Reggie burns up.
If only it was poison. I think there's a level of trying to figure out what exactly just happened, not knowing that there was a ritual happening truly, not really knowing anything right now. Just suddenly walking into a room, starting to back out and getting blown up. But I think as they start to come to, how does Zito look?
Zito looks scarred, and you can see the outline of the burned away shadow that had peeked foolishly into the room after you and got just cooked to the wall.
My Grinch.
You are looking rough. You are burned all over. Well, you're not permanently burned or marred all over, but you've taken quite the blow, and you're feeling pretty crunchy. You're feeling toasted, to say the least.
Oh, the hair that is in this art, I think he is bald now.
You have joined Zito in the hairless brigade.
Absolutely. It'll grow back at some point. I think he is bald. I think somehow his face probably got covered. So he still has that. But this, gone. Gone. Honestly, eyebrows
gone.
too.
Eyebrows gone. I think Zito, you've lost your eyebrows as well. The little bit of hair you had left. Your epaulets are cooked and charred. Your uniform has been destroyed. It's not permanently. It's you're muted. You're muted. Oh, you had the mantle. I'm so sorry. You're fine. You look great.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. I think he can look at the charred corpse of Sigga.
Mm-hmm.
What happened? What happened?
I don't know.
What do you mean? What happened? Just kind of scurry over, hurting,
Yeah.
yeah, just struggling, but crawls over.
You
Try
roll
to
over. You roll
inspect
over,
the body.
Sika, and there's no life in those eyes.
No, there's no. Get up. Get up. What?
Sika.
How's the necklace to them? If I'm scarred, and how's the necklace to them?
As you roll him over, the only bit that's not horribly burnt on this carcass is the flesh that's around the necklace.
And what is this necklace?
You don't know.
What does it look like? I don't.
So it's just like my art. So it is embroidered down with the purple gem and filigree, and there's an energy, life source, soul inside.
Gotcha. I see that now. I didn't realize. I should have, but yeah.
It's okay.
I think they see, but still just going into immediate, doctor, what is happening, try to ascertain all that is going on. I think this happened so fast, it doesn't even know that it was an explosion. Just knew that a moment happened. Hell, they might even think it was their own freaking bombs blowing off.
Okay. Yeah, you check your inventory and you realize your bombs have not gone off. For chat, Nop is still a turtle and still tucked away on the person of Zito.
Why are they waking up? Why are they making up, Zito?
I'm gonna walk up and just put my hand on Kazrik's shoulder.
Zika, wake up! Slap.
A cheek as I'm not.
Kazrik,
Crunch.
you know why.
No, that's not true. Because my mom says anything can wake up if you really wanted to. So wake up. You see them not listening,
Okay.
just acting, looking in their bag for anything they have.
Okay. You gotta go through Sika's stuff too?
Yes, probably. More importantly, on his own person, one of the golden dandelion flowers that Robin gave him, it's magical in nature. I'm thinking about the things that probably would have some essence still. The mushroom that Hamian gave him, and the piece of the Myconid sovereign.
Interesting.
Seeing whatever power is happening with this ritual, and as he's working, you will realize he's not acting like an alchemist. He's acting like a druid. I'm tapping into power that I probably got from Mom.
You're attempting to.
Attempting to, exactly. I don't think he is thinking like an alchemist like he should be. He's thinking like a decay reanimation druid.
Okay.
Nothing's probably gonna work. But Zito, you just see that like he's like starting to speak in Druidic, if you understand or recognize it in any way, shape, or form. Looking at this crystal, seeing whatever elements Sika might have, he's just trying to put something together to get his friend back.
Okay. Doesn't seem to be having any effect.
Yeah, I'd let Kazrik go for a minute or two. And then I would just grab him and stand him up and say, Kazrik,
Is that working?
I know. If he is to be fixed, it is not to be here. But if we both want him back, first you must take care of yourself.
I'm gonna reach into my bag and grab one of the potions of healing that I have and hand it to him.
Okay.
How do you hand it to him? Are you trying, let me ask this, are you trying to, for lack of a better word, force him to drink it, or are you giving it to him?
I was just gonna give it to you first.
It gets immediately splashed onto Sika. And you know that was not reckless, that was with intent, because with this class, I can toss potions at people and it heals them. But you can see he's like not thinking about himself, trying to get Sika back.
I'm gonna snap in front of your face. Kazrik, I need you here now. Focus on me.
We gotta get him back! And
I
we
know.
Then what do we
know.
do?
Be still. All will be well as an individual, a Luminen, steps into the room and he's taking off gloves. All right, let's not get too ramped up now. Tell me what happened. Go ahead and post the pictures. This, for me, Annie, this individual is also bald, and has this white gold, maybe silver circlet that seems to just cage around his entire dome. He's got strange eyes to look at, and currently has this kind of smock on that he starts actually taking off and untying from behind him, draping it over the shoulder, and finding nowhere to put it that isn't soot covered, tucks it into a back, tucks it into the back of his shirt to place it there. Is this the source of the explosion? And a voice next to him says, "Yes, my lord." As the Shadow Weaver apparates next to him. I'm gonna shuffle everybody just a little bit so we can fit into the room.
Who's the blonde one? I love that art.
The blonde.
There's two
In the
pictures there.
Terraform pictures.
Let me take a gander.
The white-haired person with all the...
I assume that's the
Oh,
Luminen.
yes, that is the Luminan's ornamentation. And Annie, you can post the eyes as well that this individual has.
So these people are with the Wild Hunt.
Ooh, that's nice.
Whoa.
Oh.
Seemingly, yes. They certainly seem like they're supposed to be here. One eye, the pupil is so small it's not there, and the other one is not flesh and blood. It is a magic eye of a kind, and you can see the filigree latched onto the eyelid as well, and under it and into the eyebrow. It's kind of weaving into the hairs of the eyebrow. What happened? Tell me everything. As he squats down next to the corpse and starts looking it over.
The brazier erupted flame in an instant.
I've been trying to crack this room for some time now. What did you do? And where
We walked
is
in.
the egg? I note our friend on the ceiling is no longer with us. I will have these answers, please. And he's gonna make a medicine check and examine the corpse. Before you can say anything, though, he stops and goes, "What was his name?"
You understand why I can't answer that, right?
I apologize. I am not accustomed to the Feyan culture. I am rampant.
Is that
The
Luminen
shadow,
or-
the Luminen, yeah. And the Shadow Weaver seems uncomfortable with this exchange of names. He is a Night Fae and does not care for the lack of abiding by his lord's rules. The Wild Hunt's implied law.
Okay. My name is Ray. Sika.
I have not seen one of my kind in a while. And then he seems to take on this curious note. If I was able to save this one, what would you give me in return? And the Shadow Weaver kind of sits back a bit. This is more like the Feywild, and he seems a little more comfortable. Make an insight check, Kazric and Zito. Kazric at disadvantage because I think you've got shell shock. I think you got some battle shock going on.
17.
3.
He is placating the Shadow Weaver. Zito, but it is just that. Maybe he doesn't fully trust the Night Fae. Maybe he doesn't like the Wild Hunt. But he's certainly playing by their rules and appeasing them. Why would he step out for you? Could be that he is also a Luminen. Could be something else.
Okay. I'm gonna look at him and just kind of, at least to try to give some sort of signal that I understand. Maybe just like a slight squinting of the eyes, and then I'm gonna look over at the Shadow Weaver and regard him, and then look back at Rampant and say, if you can help him, and you do, then I will give you my name as well.
On Feyan ground. I could,
is
in
where we
theory,
are.
hold you to that. He seems surprised, and now he's rearranging he's no longer confident in the situation. He had a momentum going. He thought he was going to do a bit, and now he's pausing because of the willingness to give that much power to someone else over this, and it's making him hesitate, actually. Sika.
Hello. Oh, before you continue, can you tell me what the entity looks like?
The
The
Luminen?
No, Soren's
The patron.
patron.
Oh, it's not clear to you at all.
Okay. Okay.
It seems to be in the form of multiple Freaquins right now,
I see.
and you
Okay.
can't directly look at them.
They're like,
Yeah, what's happening here is you're not a warlock of this patron, but because of the kind of subclass you have,
perception filters. Damn it.
you've picked up a few little tips and tricks along your way.
Okay.
Tell me about the necklace.
Like what it does? Okay, so the necklace, from what it has been informed to Sika, is that he can tap into the energies involved with them to invoke a dark patron, which is the connection from Soren's. So Sika's and Soren's has a connection of some sort that is yet to be and stuff, but it allowed him to have access to this patron's power. It didn't take Sika's soul, like when it comes to having to sign a contract with warlocks.
Right, because you're not a warlock.
Yeah, but it does leave tattoos on him.
Right.
And it leaves marks on him. And new ones will form without Sika's understanding of why they're going to be there. But when he accesses it, he can read everything.
Where the tattoos would be around the body begin to give off this royal electric blue light. And Rampant steps back. And the Shadow Weaver goes, just like the other. Less so. Which one was this? The one whose patron stepped in and mirrored the room by the refinery. Huh. Well, Goliath. And he pulls out a few diamonds. Let's have that name. And that's where we'll end tonight's episode.
Cool.
Chat, don't go anywhere. We'll be doing a raid, and it helps us out a ton. It helps out the people who we raid a ton. I am very excited to see how this plays out. But we don't get to know until next Tuesday. We have Thursday Windfall and Saturday Bayonet, which are also amazing campaigns with phenomenal creators. DM'd by me. Tune in then. Same time, same place. I am Sir Feffers, the humble dungeon master of the Longshot table, and this is so fun. I'm having a blast. I hope you're all on the edge of your seat. I hope you're all enjoying the narrative and the story. It is my bread and butter. If you have any crazy theories, feel free to drop them into the Discord and the Terraform chat. And that's where you can find Bingo. And if you want to get caught up, you can head over to the YouTube Longshot, where you can get caught up on previous episodes. We also have previous campaigns there as well, and all sorts of good stuff there. If you haven't heard, Modern Artifice makes phenomenal dice. And if you use the code Longshot, you can get 10% off. And you can find some phenomenal dice over there. They're currently working on a restock, but they still got some solid options over there. I got a Patreon if you want to learn how to DM how I do, or find some off-stream seats at the table for some one-shots here and there, or a think tank where I'll help you come up with all sorts of shenanigans, help you solve any problems you might have run into in your campaigns, etc., etc. I think that's it from me. Let me throw it over to CritBard.
Hello, everybody. My name is Omega Jones, also known as CritBard. CritBard across all social media channels, except the ones I'm not, or they suck. I've been Kazarick, who is not having a multi-classal change of heart in any way, shape, or form. Promise. However, part of his mother might start to come out in his future alchemical works because he's not letting anyone die again. And we all know that he knows how to make things well. So we'll see what happens on Glee. Again, CritBard. Anything. If you're going to MagicCon in Chicago, you can find me there at the end of the month. And yeah, that's me. I will pass it to Robin.
Hi everyone, I'm Taylor and Tracy. You can find me everywhere as Taylor and Tracy. I'm the game master of the LARP Heinefall. Check us out at heinefall.com. I play Robin, who has no idea what has just happened. And she is about to step into that mirrored room that was just mentioned there at the end that Soren apparently did through his patron, or his patron showing up. So that's where Robin's little cliffhanger is. She's about to step into somewhere where maybe she'll learn some information about her brother that she didn't know before. I'll pass it off to Ben.
Hi, I'm Ben Brainard. I'm playing Zito Barbera, the Path of the Knuckle Sandwich Barbarian, and sometimes, you just gotta do stuff.
Yeah.
I'm very interested to see what I decide to do.
Me too.
Because at the end of the day, who possibly would care more about controlling a person? The Fae or the military?
Because your boy already got a contract, my guy.
Sorry, I'm already bound to the military. Heart and
Sorry,
soul.
Faye. Yeah, you can have this soldier, but I promise you, the military is gonna want its money back.
Sorry, Chief. I embraced the suck.
Who wins, the Faye or the IRS? It's gonna be.
One last thing I forgot to mention, Robin.
Oh.
The blade of that cursed sword is sticking out of Soren's chest.
Okay. That's important to know.
The hilt being the cursed sword inside Rupert's drop.
Okay.
Thank you for coming to my castle. I poured my heart and soul into it. Oh, I'm sorry, Shane. Please, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I got excited.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm dead. It's fine.
No! But never dead to me.
I love it.
Have you gone yet, Shane?
No, that's basically it.
Please take it away.
I'm Shane. Find me everywhere. Sick is dead.
Did you like the vision?
I do. I really like it. I was like, ooh, we're learning about the necklace very early. I like this. And so I'm excited to see how that turns in because I have been very quiet about the connection between Soren and Sika, and so it's fun that now that he's in the same vicinity that it's starting to come out.
Stay in the shadows and you shall be drunk into the light.
Oh, because one of the College of the Road options you picked was Warlock, right?
And that's how we got here. Thanks. And hats off to Shane for coming up with this character. Came up with really cool ideas. It was a lot of me and him in a call at like 2 a.m. and being like, and what if we did this? And what if we did that? And what if we did this? And we just refined it down into a really cool concept that we get to dance around with. Gang, we're gonna go kick it with Kiki. Kiki does stuff, is a phenomenal content creator. I love this person with my entire being. Cannot give them enough praise. Please go show them some love. I promise it's a good time. You will not be disappointed. And see you Thursday for Windfall. Everyone say bye.
Bye.